Good afternoon, everybody. We've got a issue with the okra. They have developed a fungus. I am not sure how, why, or where, but from my understanding, the fungus, the only way to treat it is you have to pull up the affected plant, the plant next to the affected plant, and you then have to get a shovel and dig out the dirt, because the fungus will stay in the dirt. So I don't know whether it's something that was already here, because this is the new garden, the small garden. So this is my first time planting in this spot, so I don't know whether that's something that's already existing or whether it's something that was developed. But from my reading, it is not, it's very hard to treat. You have to do this particular way is the treatment. Well, I guess you could go the other route where you get all these chemicals and all of these dangerous stuff, and that would kill it. But who wants to put all that stuff in their garden, growing vegetables that they plan to eat? So I'm going to choose to pull the plants that are affected, the ones next to it, and then I'll get a shovel and a bucket and shovel out the dirt. Now, with this fungus, you cannot put the plant in your compost pile. You have to pretty much just put it in a trash bag and throw it away. So that's what we'll be doing. I'll just give you a quick look to show what it looks like. So this is what the okra plant look like that has been completely devastated. And I'll put the name of the fungus up for you. I can't pronounce it, and I'm not going to try. So this is the next plant that is being affected. And right here is the next plant. This is the healthy plant. So my understanding, you pull up the healthy plant, the ones affected and the ones next to it. Now, the okra on this side seems to be coming along fine. The infection does not seem to be in this row. Now, I had seen this about a week ago, where I had another plant in here. And how I really found out about it, I had a cousin of ours who were here for the weekend, and she has a friend of hers in the university in Mexico who she sent some photos to, and he's a, I don't know what you call it, botanist or whatever you call people who take care of plants. Don't get me to lying to you. And he was able to recognize what it was and tell us how to fix it. But like I said, the two options: get a whole lot of chemicals, really nasty stuff, or pull it all up and do the dirt. So we're gonna pull it all up and do the dirt work. So this is the plant that I pulled up over the weekend that we sent a picture to our friend, and he was able to diagnose what the fungus was. So we'll go ahead and pull up this guy here. And let's look. We can see, well, I'm holding it up into the sky because if I don't, I lose focus. But we can see here that this root system is in the same condition. So that's what the fungus is doing. And it's moist, even in all this dry. The root system looks moist. So we'll just pull them all up and put them in this bag. So this first one I've picked up, I'm going to put that in the garbage bag. Then this is another one that's sick. We'll pull this one up, but this one, the root system is still in there. Boy, that one's a little hard to pull up. So I guess it's, the leaves are gone, but the root system is probably still strong. We're gonna have to get ourselves a good old handy dandy shovel on this ground. It's not gonna help much. So all that dirt I'm gonna have to shovel away anyway. Let's see if we can pull that up now. Okay, that root system still looks healthy, but we know it's infected because all the leaves. Now there's okra on it, but I don't know much about this fungus, so I'm not going to take those okra. I'm going to throw all of that away, because all of that would have fungus. So we're going to get all of that. I'll trim those down so they can fit in the bag. And this guy is a healthy one, so they say get all the sick ones right up to the healthy one. So we're gonna go ahead and get this healthy one out. I'm gonna probably be a little bit more tricky or harder because it's healthy and the root system is still intact. Oop! Look at that, broke the handle on my shovel. So that root system is still doing other things. So, okay, we have to go all angles for the healthy one. It's going to be a little bit harder getting this one up. Okay, right in there. Let me scoot on through here. Get on it from every angle. There you go. I might kill two birds with one stone, because I've got to go so wide and so deep. This may be the whole dirt ball that I got up. So what I'll do, that also has some good healthy looking okra on it, but I will leave those okra and throw all that away. But I'll get a bucket or a box or something that can fit this to where I can just get rid of all of it altogether. So from here back into here, all in here, I'll come through with a shovel, dig all this out and dispose of all that dirt. I'll probably take it to the dumpster and get it on out of here. So folks, that is not a good thing. A really good healthy okra plant there, but we know that it's healthy now, but by the end of the week, early next week, with this fungus, it'll just run its course and that would be dead also. And then we would be down into these guys. I think I have two more plants on this row. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, including that other one that died the other day. So 4 okra plants destroyed. We have 2 left here, and then we have this row behind us that's still left. The good thing about it is we've gotten a lot of okra, and we have freeze-dried quite a bit of okra, so we have quite a bit of okra put up. But I sure hate having to destroy a plant, but we know if we don't, the alternative is worse, because we don't want this spreading throughout the garden and then potentially having a problem next year. So I have no idea how this fungus works. As I said, I'll put the name up for you guys so y'all can do the research, and if you run into something similar, You guys know what the solution is. Just gotta dig it up, get all this dirt out, and dig that fungus out of the garden. And as I said before, the alternative is a whole lot of chemicals. And my wife and I, we laughed about it because the gentleman from the university, he was so adamant that when you use the chemical, make sure you put on gloves, a long sleeve, and anything the chemical touch has to be thrown away, has to be destroyed. So we were like, well, if it's that bad, why would we want to put it in our garden? You know? But apparently that is the only chemical way to destroy this fungus other than what we're doing now. So there you have it, guys. I'll dispose of all this, dig all this up. Okay, so I have put the other trees in this dumpster. It was not big enough for the bag was not big enough for it. So the next thing I just remembered, I also have that dirt pile in there, so that's good from this big one. I'm just cutting it up so that nothing will be hanging out. But one treatment other than that chemical, more names I cannot pronounce, is you would have to get all of this in a bucket and give this a wash in a water Clorox solution. So pretty much a water bleach solution. I'll say Clorox because to me that's the bleach that we use, but any type of bleach solution, I guess. So we'll wash this in a bleach solution before we put it in a dumpster, because a lot of times, depending on the landfill, stuff goes to the landfill and plant matter gets composted. So you're not supposed to put this in your compost pile, but I'll still wash it with the bleach solution so that if it happens to end up in a compost pile, they'll have some Clorox but no fungus. We would have the fungus taken care of. I just do not want the Clorox in my garden. But I would take the Clorox over the fungus, because the Clorox will wear itself out. But that fungus, they're like baby kids. They don't die, they just multiply. So I've got this here with the plant cut up, and I will get a Clorox solution. I forgot the dilution amount, but I have it in a message. So I'll look at my notes and see how much parts of Clorox to how much parts of water, and we'll get all of this dosed in that Clorox solution before we throw this in the dumpster. So that's another thing, guys. You want to be careful. If you know you've got something that's contaminated or contagious, don't just throw it in the dumpster, because you're just now spreading the problem. So we're gonna kill the fungus in this bucket and then take it to the dumpster. And this dirt, we'll go ahead and do the same thing. We'll get all that dirt after we're done with the plant. We'll come back, get all that dirt out, put it in the bucket, fill that up with the Clorox or the bleach and water solution, and then we'll dispose of that in a safe manner where it's not going down the drain or going down any runoff. So that's what we'll be doing. We're halfway done. Whew, it's going to be a lot of fun digging up that dirt as dry as it is. You guys have yourself a wonderful afternoon. Continue to be safe out there. We're still having to work early morning and evening because the temperature is still up there. I think this week we have 2 or 3 days of 105-degree weather. That's not the heat index. That's the temperature is expected to get to 105. So I have no idea what the heat index is going to be. So we're going to be having ourselves a whale of a time. Be safe and take care of yourself.